Hey friends, and welcome back to the Reddit Rainbow, y'all. Grab your vibes and delights. Let's jump in. Let's just jump in, okay? Am I the asshole for not agreeing to adopt my Niblings in case of a deportation? This is a throwaway because my situation is recognizable. It was removed from the sister sub for having politics. It will also feature some hypothetical situations that are of dubious legality, but is real enough to everyone in this story. To give some context, my male 23 family is Hispanic and undocumented. I am the sole exception because my bio mom, female 38, got pregnant with me as a teen in the USA, upon which I was adopted and raised by her parents, my grandparents. Technically, my bio mom is my sister, but my grandparents acted as parents towards me, so they get the parent title and she gets the sister label. My father/donor is a citizen and white, and I am also white passing. I'm not close to my family. They are also deeply religious and traditional. While I'm an agnostic and don't like children, they also tried to force me to be involuntarily a babysitter, third parent for my Niblings, male 8, female 6. But I successfully resisted, partly by deliberately emotionally detaching myself from my Niblings to resist guilt trips. Another wedge is that they are MAGA and and they think that they will be accepted as one of the good ones. No, they do not recognize the irony. I distanced them further due to incompatible morals and gave up on them completely after the election. My relatives recently reached out after a few disturbing recent events. They are suddenly feeling very vulnerable. My sister and brother-in-law, also undocumented, worry that their children will be separated from them if they are deported or even stripped of their citizenship and deported alongside them. She asked me to adopt them should this happen, as I'm probably not at risk. I refused because I do not want children, nor am I close enough to my relatives to give up on my life for their sake. And while my family technically didn't vote, they most certainly would have if they could. So I'm not feeling very sympathetic. In fact, I feel a dark sense of satisfaction, schadenfreude, at seeing my family get exactly what they always wanted. But now they're accusing me of being heartless and cruel and trying to guilt trip me with appeals to family and spamming me with articles about all the horrible things that will probably happen to my Niblings. Personally, I don't feel very moved. Yes, I'm aware that my Niblings are innocent, but they're also strangers. Yes, our distance is partly my own doing. It's also completely unfair to expect me to clean up a mess that other people who were dead to me actively participated in making. I also heard that children will be deported alongside their parents, which would solve the issue of family separation. Dang, savage. I've exhausted all the compassion in my tank. I'm done fighting for people that don't want to fight for themselves and actively drag me down with them. My village has shrunken down to the only people that I personally care about, and I'm okay with the rest of the world burning. I can't pour from an empty teapot. As I see it, my relatives made their bed, and now they have to lie in it. There's been some confusion in the comments, so I've edited the post to be more clear. An update. Some people appear to have misunderstood this post and thought my relatives voted for him. They can't because they're not citizens, but they did support him nonetheless. I've also decided to maintain my prior course of action and not adopt them no matter what happens. Damn. Okay. I wasn't going to say nothing. Nonetheless, I was going to be like, hey, you need to protect your peace. If you don't want to, you don't want to. Okay. The comments are all the same. It's just like, fuck around and find out. Like, hashtag FAFO, like, not the asshole at all. I learned as a young warthog when I was a young warthog. You know what I'm saying? But I learned very young that I've got a short weird stick as a queer black woman, okay? Like, I knew very young that it was going to be rough, but I was going to make do. You heard me? Like, but like, these people are just throwing the hate. They're just dipping in the Kool-Aid, and it's an angry feeling, but I still feel sadness. I saw a lady who got pardoned by the Orange, and she was one of the insurrectionists. She said that she wishes she was still in jail because she deserved to be there. When you're in it, they don't tell you, they tell you not to watch the news. You only listen to him. You only listen to what they've told you to. That, like, don't listen to anybody else because they're wrong, and they want you to fail, and we're the only ones who care about you. Like, so culty. And it's truly a cult, and it's truly terrifying how deep that they were in there, and all the regret that they have, and the long road ahead, you know. And it's just like, it reminds me of this one part of Star versus the Forces of Evil at the end. Spoiler warning. There's a woman who seems like she's really chill throughout the entire show. Then in the last like season, she like gives in to her like her impulse, and she gives in to the hate. And she's, once the bad guys have lost, there's like a moment when the main bad guys like, my ideas will stick around like a bad fart. And she's right, because racism is a bad idea and it will never die. It's just going to hang around. I wish them well on their journey. That's all I've got to say. And I know I was yapping for a while, but I just have so many big feelings. I just don't know how to feel about all of this, because what did y'all expect? You know what I mean? But all right, y'all. I love y'all so much. Take time and take a breather. Go touch some grass. I touched grass. I got a new piercing, you know what I'm saying? And you saw me like carefully like move my hand because I'm absolutely terrified because that bitch hurt. I got a conch. But all right, guys. I love y'all so, so much. I hope y'all have the greatest day, and I'll catch y'all later. Mwah.